Hey guys, welcome back to Sparkman Homestead. My name is Krista and we just got our Azure pickup. I am also going to do a Costco haul. So it's going to be a grocery haul for this month. So we are still in the pantry challenge. It is mid-February, so we are trying to plug along. Now I have a confession to make. When we were at Costco, I ended up getting a cheese pizza. We had been in Nashville all day and we were all starving, and I just said, let's just do it. It's just one time. And so I got a cheese pizza and Steven got one of those chicken, I don't know what they're called. They're from Costco. And I ended up getting a chocolate chip cookie also at Costco, which I wasn't thrilled with it. It wasn't the best cookie, but mind you, mine was also not hot because I was dealing with some other stuff and I didn't get to eat it. But anyways, so we had one little slip up. Now, some of the stuff that you see from the Costco haul, that is stuff that we are actually not going to be consuming until probably the beginning of March. I'm going to try to really keep pushing the pantry challenge. So some of this stuff is going away in short-term storage where we're not going to touch it, but some of it we will be using and have actually used. I did this Costco pickup, I think it was last week sometime. So we have been using from it, but it's things, again, that I stated at the beginning of the pantry challenge that I was gonna allow myself. So the dairy and the produce. So I guess what we'll do is we will get started with the Azure haul. We will unbox that stuff and then I will show you what I got at Costco. Hopefully you guys can see me good. The lighting is really kind of bad right now in here and I want to apologize ahead of time. So this is my February Azure pickup. We just went to this morning and picked it up. Again, some of this stuff, like I said with the Costco, is going to be going into like a short-term storage and we're not going to touch it until the pantry challenge is officially over in March. Okay, let's get started with the first box. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I got a phone call in the middle of that, so we're gonna try this all over again. So, chickpeas. We just canned up a whole bunch of chickpeas. So, they had a 25-pound bag, I believe, but it was sold out, or they had 10. I can't remember. They had a bigger bag that was actually cheaper, but it was sold out. So, I ended up getting 2 5-pound bags of chickpeas. These are just a dry chickpea. I like to have the dry beans in storage. That way, I can can them up when I need to, and winter is my time. I do all of my bean canning because that's kind of my downtime. Next up, we got some buckwheat flour. I have 5 pounds of the Azure organic buckwheat flour. I'm hoping to experiment a little bit with this month. On this particular order, I tried to order my normal flour that I normally get. I think it's called Central Milling flour. I love it. It works amazing for like my sourdough, my buns, my bread, everything I make with it. It turns out so good. But they were out of stock, and they were saying that they were going to be back in stock in March, and obviously I couldn't wait for flour to order it because I'm almost out of my flour right now, which I'm gonna have to make it stretch because, again, I don't want to get into my other stuff until the pantry challenge is done. So then I tried to order the Azure brand of flour, and that got sold out as well. So that kind of is going to lead to why I had to go to Costco, but we'll get into that later. But buckwheat was one that I thought I would experiment with. I've seen some really interesting recipes using buckwheat, and I actually talked to somebody at my Azure drop, and she says she makes bread with it, so I'm kind of excited to experiment with a little bit. That's why I only got 5 pounds of it. I was gonna jump completely in and get 25 because it's way cheaper to order more than just these little ones, but I thought no, because if I don't like it, I don't want to be stuck with 25 pounds of it. So I'm jumping in with only 5 pounds. I'm going to experiment with a couple recipes, see if I like them, and then maybe next month we will order the 25 pounds. So poppy seeds, I got a bag. I ordered 1 pound of poppy seeds. I did a video a couple weeks ago showing you guys all my homemade mixes, and one of the things I did mention was that I was kind of making a note of everything that I was low on, and poppy seeds were one of them. I'm kind of sounding like a broken record right now by me saying this over and over. If it is not dairy product or produce, just assume I am not touching it until the beginning of March. So I'm going to say that one more time, and that's it. I'm not going to repeat it again. Okay, so the other neat thing that I'm going to experiment with this month is I ordered some creme fraiche, and I ordered 3 of them. Again, you get a discount for ordering more than one. I'm going to try to use this kind of as like a sour cream, like a replacement for sour cream. I have this book right here. I love it. Love, love, love this book. And she uses a lot of creme fraiche in a lot of her recipes. It is really, really easy to make. I buy raw milk, or I purchase raw milk from a farmer. So I can make my own creme fraiche, but I needed a starter. So I just bought 3 of them because they were cheaper. I'm gonna use these 3 up, and when I get to the end of one of them, I'm gonna start making my own. The recipe to make your own is actually in this cookbook, so I'm gonna use that as a resource. And then we got our favorite sour cream. I still need to have my regular sour cream. I can't just go cold turkey from sour cream. Love these. So I got 3 of them this month because we have been going through them so quickly. Stephen's mother has recently moved in with us, and she eats exactly like Stephen. She loves her Mexican food, and she loves sour cream. So we have been blowing through these things. Like, we go through one of these a week, which for us, we're used to just normally the 2 of us, and Stephen works during the day, so it's usually just me. But she's here all day with me, and we've been going through so much sour cream lately. I told her and Stephen, I said, you guys need to have an IV attached to you for your sour cream. So I ordered 3 of them. Hopefully it will last us until the next pickup. And this month we got the sales flyer. I love getting this. Got new products in it, so I like looking at that. And that comes free with your Azure order. Next, we got some black sesame seeds. Again, that was one of the things from my overstock that I needed to restock. So we got some of those. A lot of these things in this bag, it looks like they're gonna be all my spices and stuff. So I got a 1 pound bag of onion powder here. Depending on the availability, I don't always necessarily lean towards the organic with Azure. The reason why I am okay with buying non-organic stuff from Azure, they have such high standards with their food. Even me purchasing a non-organic one, I still know that it's going to be good, and it's not going to be full of not so good things. So I am comfortable with buying non-organic stuff from Azure because, again, I know that company has such high standards with their food that they sell. So this one isn't organic. It is substantially cheaper to get the non-organic with them, and I have started doing that with a lot of my stuff. So got some onion powder. I got some minced 16 ounces, so 1 pound of minced onions. These are just dry minced onions. And then I got 1 pound of lemon peel powder. So if you remember from when I did my seasoning video, I actually ran out of citrus peel. I got this stuff because I actually want to try to make a lemon loaf, and I'm going to try to use this powder as like an extra lemon flavor in it. I always find that when I make like the lemon bread or lemon loaf, that it's not lemony enough for me. I love lemon. Like, I love, love, love the taste of it. So I'm going to try to put a little bit of this in it and see if it kind of ups the lemon flavor in certain things. And then I got 1 pound of curry powder. This I did get organic, and I think it was because the other stuff was out of stock, so I ended up getting the organic with this. I'm going to try to make my own curry powder, but I'm not quite there yet, so I was able to get some this month. I tried to order this the last 2 months, and it's been out of stock, so I was really excited to see that they actually had some in stock. Okay, we'll get to this one maybe first too. So I ordered some laundry soap. I used to make my own laundry soap, but then kind of with stuff going on right now in my life, I've just realized that I'm just going to be buying it from Azure. It's easier for me. So I have tried this before, and it is okay. I want to show you what else I got though. Azure sells this brand of laundry soap, and I actually picked up a bag from, this one's from Marshall's, but you can also get them at TJ Maxx sometimes, for $6 for 50 pounds. Azure sells this particular brand, but it is, I think, $20-some for 100 loads. So it's way cheaper for me to buy it. I got this as an experiment to see if I liked it. I love, love, love this stuff. It works so good. I went to TJ Maxx wanting to restock this stuff and I couldn't find it there. So I ended up putting an order in just to get this in the meantime. But then I actually went to the town over from us and I went into Marshall's and I found that they had it there. So if you have an opportunity to go in, I highly recommend this laundry soap. It works so good. I love it. So I ended up picking up a couple more bags from Marshall, but now I just kind of have this as a backup for when I run out of this or if I can't find this. But I love this stuff and Azure does sell it. That's the other thing too that you'll notice when we get into the Costco haul is I price shop. So Azure is not necessarily cheaper for everything. They are a great company because their standards are really high, but we're on a budget. We are a 1.5 income household. I say 1.5 because I do have some part-time jobs that I do on the side, but it is not any substantial income by any means. It's just kind of a buffer for certain things. But I just say we're a 1 income household and we're tight. Like we have a very tight budget. Food costs are insane right now. And so if I can find a good product at Costco and I can save a substantial amount of money, like that is also taking into consideration the membership fee for Costco, like all of that in the equation. If it's cheaper at Costco, I'm gonna unfortunately at this point get it there because I gotta watch my dollar. So that's why you'll see the Costco haul up next and you'll see some things in there. Before we get to the last box, I will show you this. I purchased this sparkling water. I tried to actually order they have a black cherry flavor as well, and it was out of stock, but this stuff is amazing. It is so good. Love it. I actually find that sparkling water is very comparable to the Waterloo brand, and the Waterloo brand is way more expensive than that. That is a really good deal for that quality of sparkling water. I love it. If you have not tried their sparkling water, they think they have 3 different flavors. They even have like a peach iced tea flavor. I have never tried it, but I really want to try it. It is on my radar to try the peach tea one. Okay, so I stocked up on some pasta this month because it was on sale. So whenever it's on sale, I definitely try to stock up on stuff. So I've got 2 different kinds here. So this is the first kind that I got. I wanted to make a lasagna soup with this and it was on sale. So I thought I'm gonna grab some now so I can get a good deal on it. The other kind that I got was the bow tie. I love this bow tie pasta. We are not a gluten-free family, but I like to have that option sometimes, and it is a little easier on my tummy to digest, but I'm not 100% gluten-free, and you'll see that when we go to the flour, but I like this particular brand. It is very good. Oh, this one I am excited about. I forgot I ordered this. I got some cocoa butter wafers. So I got these for a couple of reasons. I'm gonna open them right now because they smell delicious. I just wanna smell them. I got these because I make my own candles and I have seen another YouTuber and she actually puts these in her candles to make them to give them an extra little scent. She says they smell divine, but I have also heard, smell like white chocolate. Oh, amazing. I have also heard people putting these in their coffee and letting them dissolve, and it kind of gives it that creamy taste. So I'm gonna try to put this in my tea and see how they do, but again, not until March the 1st, because this is not part of my allowance that I gave myself. Okay, this is the last thing from Azure this month. We got a bag of, what is this? Rigatoni. This is a 4.5-pound bag. So in comparison to my head, this is a lot of pasta, but we go through a lot of pasta. If you haven't been able to tell by the amount of pasta that I order, we eat a lot of it because I love Italian food. I think that is my most favorite type of food is Italian. So I can make my own pasta, and I usually do, and especially now that our chickens are like starting to crank out the eggs, they've now decided that they are going to work for their feed and lay again. So yeah, we have a lot of eggs right now, so pasta making might be in my near future. Okay, so that is it for the Azure haul. Let's get into the Costco stuff. What I'm gonna do, like I do with my Azure haul, you probably noticed it already, being that you're this far into the video. I always leave my prices below so you guys know what I paid for items. Now, again, I purchased this stuff from Costco last week, so I'm gonna try to find the receipt. I usually scan my receipts in for a bookkeeping thing that I have, so I'll see if I can find them. But I hopefully will be able to give you the prices for all of this stuff. And I'm gonna bring the camera down so you guys can see. It's a little easier for me to do it this way. Hopefully it's not too shaky. Okay, so we got some flour from Costco. This flour is very comparable to the flour that I buy from Azure. This is a hard red wheat. The central milling flour that I pick up from Azure is a hard red wheat as well, and I have heard from a couple of people online, so I don't know how true it is because it was online, and not everything on the internet is completely true. But I heard that this is the same company that makes the central milling flour that I love from Azure. This was almost half the price than what I pay at Azurestandard. I think it was almost a blessing in disguise that Azure was out of flour this month, because it kind of forced me to go to Costco and look at their pricing, and it's gonna save me a lot of money to get it from Costco from now on. The other thing I got from Costco is I got a thing of mushrooms. These were pretty good price. I also got a thing of baby bell mushrooms, but we've already actually ate through them. We got some Polish sausage. I love this brand of sausage. It is really good. You get 3 in a pack. They have these little ones too, which I really like the little smokies, I think it's called. They're delicious also, but I picked up one of these. I probably should have ended up picking up 2, but I think we're gonna be going next week to Costco as well, so I might pick up another package of that. One thing that Azure stopped carrying was their Parmesan cheese. They used to have this really delicious pre-grated cheese, you know, like the Kraft kind that comes in the green bottle. They used to have that in 5-pound pails, and I loved it, but they have since discontinued it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for my Parmesan cheese. So I picked up this one, hoping that, you know, it'll be fine. How much it tells me on the back here, $10.15 is what I ended up paying for this. And how many pounds is it? It's 1.54 pounds. I like it. It's nice to have fresh grated Parmesan in stuff, so it's good. It'll have to do. We'll have to get used to it. And then we got these. We like to have these as sides, like if we're doing like chicken or pork chop, something like that. We love to have these as a quick side to make up. So these were on sale, so we ended up picking up a case of those. I got a bag of lemons because I'm trying to make a lot more lemon water. So picked up a bag of those. If I don't get to them all before they start to go bad, then I will just juice them and put them in our freezer. I'm trying to get a lot more fish in our diet lately, and I love salmon. I have some really good salmon recipes that I've done on a couple of my videos. Really good. So I picked up this brand name. It looked like it was pretty good company. It says it's wild caught. It's a Seattle-owned company. I don't think it was any more expensive than the other salmon. I just liked the fact that it was wild caught. I don't know. Maybe I'm a sucker for that stuff. I know that I don't want to buy the farm stuff. So that was that brand. And then we got some cream cheese. We've been going through cream cheese a lot. You get 6 in this package, so got some of that. And then this is our kind of our staple also. I know that it's not probably the healthiest, but we really do love these. It's the cheese tortellinis. Got a package of those. That again is another really quick side that we enjoy having. I make this ground beef tortellini skillet. Is so delicious. So Stephen really likes that one, so I got some more of those because we only had 1 package left. And then we got some organic tortilla chips. This has been so hard to not get into this right now. We are out of tortilla chips, and we love our nachos here. We love our salsa, and we've just been kind of leaving this until March, but it's been hard. It's been staring at us and calling us, but we haven't touched it yet. One of the last things is we picked up a case of this Kleenex. We were down to one box, and so we got this. Now, one really interesting thing that I remember showing Steven when we were there, because he's like, why don't we just get the no-name, or the, not the no-name kind, but the store brand, like the Costco brand Kleenex is gonna be way cheaper. And so I said, no, not necessarily. I said, look at the cost per unit price. It's the little tiny number that's at the bottom of the price tags, or not the price tags, but you know, the sales tags where it tells you the information about the product. It's a little number in the bottom left-hand corner of the sign, and it's a cost per unit, or cost per, I can't remember what exactly it's called. Anyways, the Costco brand Kleenex was $1 something per unit, and I think it was like 100 units. It was $1 something per unit. This Kleenex brand was only 56 cents per unit. So not always is the brand name stuff going to be more expensive than the store brand. You really have to look at the individual prices to find out whether or not something is worth it to be buying the off brand. So the very last thing that we picked up from Costco, I already put them away, but we got a bag of garlic from Costco. One little trick that I love to do, and I was actually getting really, really low on it. I like to buy the big bags of garlic, and then what I do is I take one day and I just mince all of the garlic up. So I peel it, mince it, my hands stink, the house stinks, but it's worth it. I put it in these little containers, and yes, they are marked garlic because I cannot use them for anything else. They stink like garlic. Well, they don't stink because I don't think garlic stinks, but they have a very potent smell of garlic on them, so I don't want to use them with anything else. But I take all the minced garlic and I put it into these little cube things here, and I put it in the freezer and freeze it for usually about 24 hours. After 24 hours, I pop them out and I'm left with all of these little cubes. So these are all little minced garlic cubes. This is my time saver. Yes, I have to take time to do it, but this is my way that I can get fresh garlic into everything without having to buy that pre-minced stuff that comes in the jars. Love doing this. So I was getting low because this is not going to be enough to last for very much longer. I love garlic. I really do put it in almost everything. So I knew I was getting low on it and had to restock. I just store it in my freezer. That way they don't get mushy or anything, but yeah, my little hack. So I need to restock. Anyways, that is it for February's grocery haul. Yes, we are in the pantry challenge, and yes, I'm probably not going to touch more than half of this stuff because it is stuff that is on my don't buy list, but it was on sale, so I ended up buying a lot of this stuff. And the flour also I purchased because I'm getting very low on it, and I don't want to come out in March and have to go and just get a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning of March because I don't have any left. So I'm trying to just kind of get it now so that come March I can just kind of keep rolling with stuff. The other thing too is I am not trying to deplete my pantry with essential things like flour. I'm just trying to save myself money and use like my whole wheat flour because it's got to get used, and I never gravitate to it. But I don't want to run low on my favorite stuff. So anyways, that is it for this month's grocery haul. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great day or night whenever you are watching this, and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.